Right then, picture it. Britain, year 800-ish. Not Britain as we know it, mind you. More like a patchwork quilt of squabbling kingdoms. Anglo-Saxons, Vikings, you name it, they were having a go. It was all rather messy. Amongst the chaos, a few powerful kings emerged. Think of them as the Beyoncé and Jay-Z of their day. Everyone knew their names. These rulers united kingdoms, built castles, very on trend, and generally tried to bring some order to the land. Over in Scotland, a similar story was unfolding. Clans tussled for power, striving to create a unified kingdom. Eventually, Kenneth MacAlpin, a right crafty fellow, pulled it off in 843. Scotland was officially on the map. By the 10th century, England and Scotland had emerged as the big players in the British Isles. It wouldn't be a proper history, though, without a good old-fashioned rivalry, eh? Fast forward to 1066. William the Conqueror, a rather ambitious chap from Normandy, fancied a bit of English real estate. He popped over with his army, won a rather important battle at Hastings, and voila, England had a new king. Talk about a hostile takeover. The Normans were a ruthless bunch, but they did love a good castle. They built them everywhere. They also brought their own language and customs, which, rather rudely, they imposed on the Anglo-Saxons. Next up, the Plantagenets. These guys were ambitious. Henry II, a right charmer, inherited the English throne and a huge chunk of France. His empire stretched from Scotland down to the Pyrenees. Keeping track of all that land must have been a nightmare. The Plantagenets were a colourful lot. We're talking Richard the Lionheart, off crusading and leaving England to fend for itself. And his brother John, who, let's just say, wasn't exactly known for his winning personality. Ah, King John. Not the sharpest tool in the shed, our John. He managed to upset pretty much everyone, the Pope, the French, and most importantly, his own barons. They were fed up with his exorbitant taxes and general tyranny. In 1215, they forced him to sign a little document called the Magna Carta. Now, this wasn't just any old piece of parchment, it was a game changer. The Magna Carta established the principle that even the king was subject to the law. It also gave more rights to the barons, which in the grand scheme of things was a pretty big deal. From the 13th century onwards, Parliament began to emerge as a force to be reckoned with. It started as a gathering of barons advising the king, but gradually evolved into a more representative body. Parliament's growing power meant that the monarchy wasn't all-powerful anymore. It was the beginning of a long and often bumpy road towards constitutional monarchy. Crowns, unions, and a bit of a kerfuffle. Now let's talk about Ireland. England had been meddling in Irish affairs for centuries, but it was Henry VIII who really went for it. In 1542, he declared himself King of Ireland. The Irish weren't keen on this arrangement. The throne passed to James VI of Scotland, who became James I of England. The union of the crowns had begun. The 17th century was turbulent for the monarchy. Charles I clashed with Parliament, leading to the English Civil War. He lost his head, literally. In 1660, the monarchy was restored, with Charles II taking the throne. Section 5, From Revolution to Empire. Charles II was a bit of a party animal. When his brother James II took the throne, people started to worry. Parliament invited William of Orange to invade. James fled. This event, the Glorious Revolution, was a turning point. William and Mary became joint monarchs, agreeing to a Bill of Rights. This established Parliament's supremacy over the monarchy. England was now a constitutional monarchy. The British Empire expanded rapidly in the 18th century. The East India Company gained control of vast swathes of India. Britain established colonies in North America, the Caribbean and Australia. In 1707, the Acts of Union united England and Scotland. In 1801, Ireland joined, forming the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. Section 6. The Crown in the Modern World. By 1921, the British Empire had reached its peak, encompassing a quarter of the world's landmass and population. However, the 20th century saw the empire gradually dismantle as colonies gained independence. The Commonwealth of Nations emerged as a voluntary association of former British colonies. Today, the British monarch serves as head of state for 15 Commonwealth realms, including Canada, Australia and New Zealand. The monarch's role is largely ceremonial these days. They act as a symbol of national unity and continuity, carrying out duties such as appointing the Prime Minister, opening Parliament and bestowing honours. So there you have it, a whirlwind tour of the British monarchy. From squabbling kingdoms to a global empire, it's been quite a ride. And who knows what the future holds for this ancient institution? One thing's for sure, it'll be anything but dull.